happy holidays, and welcome to AT&T Uverse Buzz, where all year long we've given you an inside look at some of your favorite shows, as well as previewed the great programming and features available to you through AT&T Uverse. I'm Kristin Adams, and today we're looking back at the year that was and counting down the top 10 Buzz moments of 2011.
Yeah, come on!
We've traveled across the globe, sat down with your favorite stars, and lived on a bus.
Road tripping, road tripping.
Oh, I'm trying to sleep.
Road tripping!
We can honestly say that we've had a blast every step of the way. And this has been all exclusively for you, the Uverse members. So let's kick it right off, coming in at number 10 on our countdown of the best Buzz moments of the year. We visited the set of TV Land's hit series, Hot in Cleveland, and sat down with the legendary and hilarious Betty White. Hi, Betty, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Kristin.
I've been looking forward to this interview for so long.
Well, I appreciate that, and it's lovely in return. Thank you.
Betty White has been performing in Hollywood since she was 18 years old, and it was a privilege and honor sitting down with her.
It's fun. The chemistry between those girls is just so delicious. And when you get good writing, it just makes it a lovely adventure every week.
And just so you know, what you see is what you get with Betty. She may be the nicest person in Hollywood. You said in your interview with Barbara that you almost love animals more than people.
I didn't say that.
Okay, I stand corrected.
No, I didn't say almost.
Almost.
It was, yeah, see, that.
The one and only Betty White. What a special lady.
Hi, I'm Betty White, and you're watching AT&T Uverse Buzz.
Okay, coming in at number 9, our own Luke Tipple goes medieval. From jousting like a pro to the set of Camelot and the castles of Ireland, it seems like Luke spent the past year back in the Middle Ages. Here's a look at his adventures jousting and touring castles.
Behind me here is a jousting list. Then it's time for me and James to trade some blows. You ready, mate?
I'm ready.
Come on, let's go. Yeah.
Before this shoot, Luke Tipple had not ridden a horse since he was a kid. We couldn't believe he picked it up again as quickly as he did.
Well, I just had my first run down the list.
That was a good one.
This is definitely harder than it looks.
He also visited a real-life castle outside Dublin, Ireland, when we visited the set of Camelot.
Our inspiration for Camelot was really to imagine that going back into this time, which we decided to set roughly around the 6th century.
The crew is extraordinary and hardworking and put in hours which are above and beyond the call of duty.
Here's a look at Luke storming the castle.
Swords Castle was built in the early 12th century as a summer palace for the first Norman archbishop. We're now entering the most beautiful room in Swords Castle, which is a chapel. It's recently been faithfully restored to its original condition when it was built back in the 12th century. Chapels were a common feature of medieval castles. This is where people from the village and the castle itself would come to hear Mass once a week and be blessed by the archbishop.
Up next on the countdown, we headed to the historic Plymouth Plantation in Massachusetts to set foot on a real live Mayflower ship and celebrate the first Thanksgiving ever. Time now to step back in time and see how our country's ancestors experienced life.
Plymouth Plantation is a living history museum of the 17th century. Each person there has the role of someone who lived in Plymouth in 1627.
My name is Goodwife Cook, sir.
People come here and they experience something. It's not just you read about it.
Come here in. This settlement played an important role in the first Thanksgiving, where European settlers and Native Americans came together to give thanks for a plentiful harvest and to stuff their faces with yummy food. It's time to batten down the hatches because there's a storm coming. We're boarding the Mayflower. The Mayflower 2 is the world's only accurate working reproduction of the original ship. But I gotta tell you, it was sort of awful this day of shooting because of Hurricane Irene's rainfall.
The original Mayflower crossed from England to Plymouth in 1620. On this little ship where you're sitting, 102 passengers crossed with a crew of roughly 24. Can you imagine the conditions and the using of chamber pots down here?
Well, you ever been locked in a room for 8 weeks? And had that room toss up and down again, all over the ocean.
They arrived here in the middle of November 1620. Imagine being in this heavy rain, in the winter storms, just like today. Those that celebrated the first Thanksgiving in the fall of 1621 were half of the company that started a year earlier.
Wow. To make us feel better during all this rain, Plymouth Plantation put on an amazing Thanksgiving dinner, pilgrims, turkey, and all. Time to eat. We are all here to celebrate the harvest that has come in. And everyone sort of brought something different to the table. This looks incredible.
We think the first Thanksgiving is outdoors in the cold in November, and it just wasn't like that.
All right, so this is the moment I've been waiting for, the real deal. I'm having a drumstick, the turkey drumstick. Here we go. It's like history in my mouth. Truth be told, the food was a little salty and bland, but I heart you, Plymouth Plantation. The Magic Castle of Hollywood is world famous for entertaining its guests, especially after the lights go out. So when we conducted their first ever paranormal investigation,
look at that. Did you see that? You guys heard that seat creaking, right?
our hair-raising results clock in at number 7.
A lot of people have died here, magicians have died here, and we all said when we came in, it's different to any other place we've investigated. There's a very happy, fun feel to this place.
Yeah. Which is something that you don't normally get when you go and investigate a haunting. We really feel that we're wanted here.
And we feel like even in the afterlife, these people are still having a ball, and so we tried to make contact with some of them today.
An EMF meter detects electromagnetic spikes in the room, which some believe is how the dead communicates with us.
You can see it's actually spiking here a little bit.
Spooky.
The creepiest place in the Magic Castle is definitely the parlor of prestidigitation. Di Vernon passed away in our parlor of prestidigitation. During one of the shows in the parlor, Di was reaching a ripe age, and he left this earth in the theater in his seat.
I'm here in the parlor with the Los Angeles Ghost Patrol. Guys, can you tell me what you found?
We came in here, we set all our gear up, and as soon as I said his name, the meter started going off.
Right.
Mr. Vernon.
The seat's creaking. Big spike. I'm getting a huge spike up to red. Oh, it's going off. It's going off. Look. Whoa. Holy look at that. Did you see that? Yes, that's exactly what I did before, too.
I feel kind of happy.
Yeah, I feel like moving. Somebody is here telling us that they're here.
Coming up on the Best of Buzz 2011, we've got Sesame Street, Sundance, and the Cake Boss himself. Oh, the fun we've had.